Not too bad. You could have been a little bit better, but not bad. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil is the sequel to Maleficent, and once again stars Angelina Jolie as the title character, directed by one of the two directors of Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Man Tell No Tales. And the plot of Maleficent, Mistress of Evil is that in this movie, in the 5 years since King Stephan's death, Aurora has reigned as Queen of the Moors, while Maleficent is the protector. And despite her heroic actions, she's still deemed as a villain by the neighboring kingdom of Ulstead, home to Maleficent's Prince Phillip. So, Maleficent travels to a grand old castle to celebrate young Aurora's upcoming wedding to Prince Phillip. While she's there, she meets Aurora's future mother-in-law, who is a conniving queen who hatches a devious plot to destroy the land's fairies. So, Maleficent joins forces with a seasoned warrior and a group of outcasts to battle the queen and her powerful army to save Aurora's future and hoping to stop this queen. Going into Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, I wasn't that big on it aside from one of the trailers, which gave me a little bit of hope that this might be better than the first one. But after watching it, it's not bad. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil is not good. In my opinion, it's not good. Honestly, for me, this is a cash grab just to cash in on the first Maleficent and just to ruin the Maleficent character a little more. But I didn't hate it. I didn't hate Maleficent, Mistress of Evil as much as I thought I was going to. And the best way to put it is that it's mediocre at best. It's a little bit better in some areas, and I'll say what's better in this movie. Number one, the direction is a lot better here. Joachim running, he only just came off of Pirates of the Caribbean 5, and he did a great job directing. I like his direction. He actually has some visual flair going for him. It actually looks like he tried, unlike the director of the first one. And there's a lot more going on here in terms of story and stuff. There's a lot more going on here in this new Maleficent movie than in this first one. They don't have to tell the origin story again, which you completely ruined in the first one. But I will admit, it's sort of a different version of Maleficent, but at the same time, the Maleficent that everyone knows and everyone grows up with is 100% pure evil. Which I still go by what I said. The closest that we'll get to Maleficent being evil, besides the original Sleeping Beauty, is the very first Descendants movie, because they actually did Maleficent justice in that movie. But sorry about that little interruption there with the camera turning off, but yeah, I will say that they did manage to make this a little more interesting this time around. I do, but there's only one problem when it comes to this story a little bit. But I'll get to that. But I do like the acting from the performances wise from Angelina Jolie and Elle Fanning, they're great. Michelle Pfeiffer was great. I didn't mind Chiwetel Ejiofor. He's a great actor. And the guy who's replacing Brenton Thwaites, he's good. And you do have returning players from the previous film, so the acting's good. For the budget of $185 million, the effects are good. This is a Disney movie, so they are going to put enough good money into the effects. And the cinematography looks beautiful. It's a well shot movie. It's a well shot film, and the music and editing is well done. And you have a lot more in terms of action. So there is some action going on. There is some excitement here to be had. Unfortunately, when it comes to the story, I feel like the story is really complicating. It's really complicating, convoluted, and it feels like it's a little too much to handle, and it's muddled. And that all comes down to the screenplay, which I can't really falter the script for it, because you did make somewhat of an attempt to be better than the last, but it just comes. I didn't really find the plot all that interesting. I didn't really feel like they tried 100% when it comes to the story. You did go with the visuals and the acting and the production design and all that. All of that is good. It's just in terms of telling the story, it's not really much there going for. And you do have Warwick Davis in here, who I like. Warwick Davis, great. He's a great actor. It's just that when you really think about it, this story kind of just is all over the place. It doesn't know what it's trying to do. It doesn't know what it wants to be or what it wants to do. But I can definitely see why this movie is not doing well at the box office. And this movie, unfortunately for Disney, this is basically a bomb when it comes to Disney this year, because all the other movies released by Disney is pretty good. Toy Story 4 actually surprised me a lot. Descendants 3 was a good send-off. Even though that's a TV movie made by Disney, it was a good send-off. It was hard to watch though, but it was still a good send-off. The only two live-action remakes I didn't mind were Aladdin and Dumbo. The Lion King, I can watch the live-action one, but it's the same thing as the animated one. But I do have it on digital for free, so I can watch it if I feel like I can watch for a rainy day time waster. But the underperformance of this movie is because you took 5 years in between the installments, the mixed reviews, and you had competition with Joker and Zombieland Double Tap, which easily, when you put this movie on October 18th, you knew what you were getting yourself into, because Zombieland Double Tap and Joker are two better movies. But I don't know, the movie Maleficent, Mistress of Evil just didn't really work for me. And you still, granted, Maleficent is a little evil this time around, but you still romanticize this character as a good person when literally she's a bad guy. That is the big issue I have with both of these Maleficent movies, is that it sounds like I'm ranting when I'm really not. I'm being neutral on this movie, but at the same time, what's a huge wasted opportunity here? Because this easily could have been. This could have been one of my favorite movies of the year. If the story was better, if the movie was a little shortened down, because this movie is a little too long for my taste, an hour and 58 minutes. If you would just get Maleficent right, do this character the way she should be done, but it. Because of the acting, because of some because of the acting, because of the visual style, because they actually tried. I'm not going to give this movie a bad grade on my rating system. It's not going to get a good grade, I'll tell you that much. But I'm going to spare you a skip it, and I'll just say, wait to watch Maleficent, Mistress of Evil on Disney Plus or Netflix. You're not really missing much. There are some people who may end up liking this a lot more than me, and so far they already have, but so much, again, potential is wasted yet again. But it's not terrible. It's not horrible. Thank you. It's just a movie that I'm gonna watch once and not go back to it again. It falls into the same realm as Hustlers, where that movie, I watch it once and I move on. Let me know what you guys think of Maleficent, Mistress of Evil down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'll see you guys in the next review. You guys keep cool and join the Epictasticness.